Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Miss Istiqomah Nur Rahmawati and all my beloved classmates. My name is Iqnur Aini and I would like to deliver my speech about moral education. Specifically about several ideas that we can use to implement moral education at school. I'm going to start my speech with a question. Which one is better, doing a right thing or doing a good thing? I give you 10 seconds to decide your choice. Okay, now what is your answer? I believe most of you still cannot decide. Don't worry about it. I still could not decide it myself. Do you know why it is difficult for us to choose between the two options that I just mentioned to you just now? Because the question is not really about what we decide to choose, but it is whether or not we have strong morality inside us. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about morality, I don't think there is a definition about it. Morality for me is not about right or wrong, but it's also whether or not something that we do is kind or good. For me, morality is not a definition from the dictionary, because the only thing that help us to tell whether something is good or not is a heart. And as much as we want to believe that heart is a pure thing, we have to admit that it is also influenced by various external concepts that is exposed to us over and over again. What does it mean, ladies and gentlemen? It is meant that the heart can be corrupt if it is exposed to negative concepts repeatedly. Looking at this condition as the place where children spend most their time, the school surely holds responsibility to take part in their character building. And in this case, it is through moral education. I have several ideas on how we may be able to implement moral education at our school easily. The first one is to start the day by praying or doing something to remember God. I believe that our parents have introduced us to the concept of the God. That's why I also believe that we know that we are actually accountable for everything we do in our life. And this may sound like a simple concept, but the fact is, if we don't try to keep remembering it, sometimes we just forget that we are accountable for our action and do anything what we are carelessly. If we start our day by praying, we will remember that the God is watching our acts and try to do our best and behave ourselves towards each other. And the second is to make the first hour to the school to be the time for all students to work together and clean classroom and its environment. The cleaning process is not merely taking out of the garbage, but also sweeping and mopping the floor cleaning the window and put everything in classroom in order and make it look tidy. This activity will make the student to be disciplined, especially in keeping their environment clean. They will also learn how important cooperation is. Hopefully, through this activity, the student will appreciate their environment and other people more. And the third one is to say greeting to all teachers when they first arrive at school and also when they want to go home in the afternoon. Because just like the word wise says, to get closer to someone, you need conversation, and the shortest conversation is greeting. I believe this is so true because if we really want to think about it, how can we really get closer to our teacher if we never ever talk to them and greet them? Okay, I think that's all from me. I hope you find something useful from my speech. Thank you very much for your attention and see you again. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.